Okay, welcome everyone to welcome everybody watching on YouTube, I should say. Going to be going live in a couple of minutes with some Saga. So yeah, we'll if you're watching on YouTube, you can just fast forward for a couple of minutes, and then we'll be in with the kind of bit of an introduction and round number 1. So see you then. Right, let's go. Hello everyone, anyone and everyone watching. Going to be playing some Jund today. Let's see if we can't find the deck list just for people watching back on YouTube and for the purposes of people watching right away. Nice to have you with us. So let's look at what we're playing today. So we're playing some Jund Saga. This is a list actually by someone I follow on Twitter called Benedict Gruber. Sorry if I've if I've butchered your name there. But yeah, it's a take on Jund Saga that's really kind of interesting to me. So we've got the Elvish Reclaimer package, which I'm a big fan of. The classic discard and goifs and lilies and stuff. And then we have some new inclusions. So I've got 2 copies of Riveteer's Charm. I haven't been able to use this to its full potential yet in the games I've played, but people seem to be really high on it. So yeah, gonna give it a go here. We've got the Dryad Arbor in here, which has been actually really good with Grist. Just the ability to play Dryad Arbor for your land and immediately use it to sacrifice to Grist to kill something has been really good. We've got Springleaf Drum to help ease out our mana when we have the Urza's Saga starts. But yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty nice. We also get the 3 lands in the sideboard that we can bring in and fetch with Elvish Reclaimer. So yeah, excited to play some more with this. I do love me some Jund. So let's give it a go. Hopefully have some decent matches. Just finished a league actually that I was doing in kind of dribs and drabs over the last couple of days. But went 3-2. Couple of games versus Calibrated Blast, which I'm really not a fan of. Won one, lost one, but they were both kind of, we won the first one we lost the first one because my opponent, found Calibrated Blast all day and hit Altercation Worms or whatever they are, and then we won the second one because they found only one Calibrated Blast and went into another Calibrated Blast. So but it's just kind of luck of the draw at that point. Right, so we'll be on the play. Sadly an instant mulligan for that. 1 land with an Urza's Saga. Not sure about this one. I guess we'll keep. It's really not the best, but we can go Stomping Ground, Elvish Reclaimer. Maybe I should mulligan again. If I find any land, I'm going to keep it and bottom a Thoughtseize. We can if Elvish Reclaimer survives, we can go and get a swamp. So let's go. So. Yeah, don't really want to mulligan to 5 as well when this hand kind of functions. See what the opponent is on. They're on Urza's Saga, so this is probably it says go. Oh, now that is a good draw. I guess we just go this. We can just attack actually. We're not going to be Elvish Reclaimering. So leading off with Urza's Saga, let's go Thoughtseize you. Okay, so it is indeed what's it called? Amulet Titan. So they play double Saga. They've got a lot of Sagas. Got a Saga of our own. I guess, is there any land we want to go and get? Not really. We can't play Wrenn and 6 just yet. I guess we'll play out the Shadow Spear. And And then I think we go next. I think we are going to sacrifice. Do we sacrifice the swamp to go and get the triome? Maybe. Yeah, I think so. You know, playing this kind of draw go is not great. Oh, hi, MTG Tavern. Nice to have you along. Yeah, this is pretty confident. This is Amulet, given someone has packed in all the bounce lands. Not my favorite. Not my favorite thing to play against, really. So they get an Amulet. I guess they can Teleria West for a Summoner's Pact here. Of course, they could have just drawn a Dryad as well. Let's see what they've got for us. I guess Teleria West actually 2 blue, so yeah, they can't transmute this turn, I don't think. Okay, a third Urza Saga. They might just make a token, but we can kill that with the Pyrite Spell Bomb. I wonder if I'm meant to sack the Saga here. Don't think so. Let's go and get the Triome. And by Triome, I obviously mean Zeotora's Proving Ground. Right, so we'll play the Ren and 6 here. We can't actually kill this at the moment if we play Ren and 6. Yeah, I probably should have. Probably should have sat the Saga. My mana's not looking. It's looking a bit ropey. So we could. Maybe we were meant to just kill this before my opponent can make it any bigger. Yeah, definitely definitely an interesting goblin build, this. We could attach Shadow Spear and attack. We could make a token. I don't think we want to make a token. I think I've got to commit to playing a Ren and 6. Trouble is, this starts getting big, doesn't it? I think I'm just going to kill this. Equip up. And yeah, attack for 2. It's not the best. Not sure what we've got against in the sideboard for this. For this matchup, let's have a look. View sideboard. So I'll bring in Chalice, K Command, Ghost Quarter, Force of Vigors. This is going to get dicey now because our opponent can actually, if they found a Primeval Titan or a Summoner's Pact, they can cast that this turn, and we probably just lose. Yeah, I mean, casting Primeval Titan with with 2 amulets out is pretty much going to be death, I think. But we'll see. Okay, so they just play a Radiant Fountain, gain 2 life, make a token. Right, so I think we're going to make. We can't make a token as well as. Okay, so we'll do this. Go and grab another Saga, probably. Oh, this is it's not the easiest. What are we doing? That's not the best draw here, because if we could make a token, I suppose we could go and get what's it called? Springleaf Drum to make mana for us, or we could just so that make mana. Then we'd have black on 1. We don't really have, or we could sacrifice the Saga. Sacrifice the Saga, go and get another Saga, or we can make a token. We're not making the mana. Really indecisive here. Maybe I should just draw a card with whatever I find from Saga, actually. Actually, no, let's make a token. Gonna make a token, I think. Search up Soul Guide. I mean, Soul Guide draws us a card at worst. Yeah, this is obviously not going well. Hey Alec, nice to have you along. It's not the matchup we wanted to start with, really. Amulet Titan. Opponent going to go absolutely nuts here, I think. You know, they've got 1 land, but they're going to make that Simic Growth Chamber sitting in their hand is going to make them many mana. So that can make them 6 mana. So if they've found, we know they haven't got. We know they've got Teleria West, but they haven't got enough mana to do that quite yet. Okay, they're just making 6 mana, so looking like could be Cultivated Colossus, of course. Not that we can do anything about that. There's okay, so Grazer makes enough mana here for my opponent to just they can transmute Teleria West for a pact and then just kill us. I guess we'll just see what kind of build of Titan they're on, see if they've got the kind of combo kill in here. So give the Titan haste and bash us for loads and loads of damage. There's the pact. There's the Titan. Just see what they go and get, and then probably just concede. Save us all some time. There's the Titan. So yeah, they can pretty much, they're definitely going to give it haste. Just make sure they do it right, I suppose. Always been, never been a fan of this card. It's just very good usually against the kind of decks I play, I guess. Okay, so Slayer Stronghold giving it haste. I'm just going to concede. We'll time is precious and all that. Won't make my opponent do it. Obviously in a tournament, I suppose, especially in paper, you'd probably make my opponent go through the motions, but not today. Not about that, I don't think. Right, so I'll bring in Force of Vigor. We'll bring in Boseiju and Ghost Quarter. Blast Zone's possible, but it's probably a bit slow. I mean, it's good against the multiple amulet draw like my opponent had last time. I'm going to bring in Chalice. I've started doing this quite a bit. It's just a way to shut out, because a lot of my opponent actually obviously only have 4 Primeval Titans, but the way they find it is through Summoner's Pact and Teleria West for Summoner's Pact. So shutting off Summoner's Pact actually shuts off like 8 ways to get Titan. So yeah, we'll bring in K command, push. What do we think about push? Push is fine. Lightning Bolt is not good. Brennan 6 is fine with like Ghost Quarter and stuff. Soul Guide Lantern we don't need. Pyrite Spellbomb we don't need. We want some things to get from Urza Saga, but not really sure. Grist is okay. Riveteer's Charm is okay. Liliana's good. All of this stuff's good. Do we want to keep in Fatal Push? Probably, because not only does it deal with Dryad potentially, but it can deal with if my opponent goes Grazer, it can let our Ragavan get through, especially on the play. Maybe we're meant to cut a land. Maybe we cut Dryad Arbor. And if we're doing that, maybe we'll cut Springleaf Drum. Is Grist going to be amazing? Maybe we'll cut 1 copy of Grist. Yeah, let's go with that. Just kind of trim around the edges. See how that goes. Hope everyone's doing well today. Just yeah, good day to jam some Jund in the evening. Always a good day. Got a couple of leagues coming out on YouTube shortly. What do we think? This, well, no. If these were different lands, this would be really good. But yeah, if we had if this as a Saga was an overgrown tomb, this would be a brilliant keep. But alas, no. This is fine. It's not amazing. Let's ship back. Let's get rid of Verdant Catacombs. Okay, so am I gonna fetch Shock? I think we will turn 1, and then we can probably just fetch a basic. Opponent's kept 7. Let's go Thoughtseize. See what they're working with. Relic. Okay, so we'll take the Titan. Since some lists running Necromantia, which would have been, I guess, would have been quite nice here. So no way to get a Titan yet. Another one that is. So this Goif is currently a 3/4. There's the Relic. Relic's going to have something to say about that, obviously. We'll get rid of the Foothills. Okay, so play another Catacombs. Let's go and grab a basic Forest. Play Matama Goif. He's a 3/4. I guess the opponent hasn't really got any way of bringing in any other untapped lands, so might be cracking the Relic here. Wouldn't be too surprised to see them crack the Relic. Nope, they don't crack Relic. Don't want to find any more lands. So playing a land here so that my opponent can't shrink the Goif with Relic of Progenitus. I suppose they can target themselves. Yeah, which they do, which is fair enough. Haven't drawn any spells yet. Drawn all lands, which is really not good. You know, Beseiju or Ghost Quarter would have been much appreciated there. Opponent makes 2 mana. There's the Grazer. Sun Home and Gruel Turf. Okay, we'll go with the Triome. Actually, no, I won't go and get the Triome. I'll go and get Overgrown Tomb. We've got enough lands. We don't need, because we've drawn his land. If we find another land, the Triome, at least we can cycle. This is just. I mean, I started out with I mulliganed. Yeah, so we'll attack here. I am going to hate this Grazer because. I mean, we're just not getting through otherwise, and we're not going to sit here and do anything else. With this relic on the field, we're unlikely to ever get Delirium. Yeah, I feel like we've been, we're definitely flooding out here. Luckily, our opponent hasn't found anything major yet, but they, it's more than possible that they've got a Titan coming down next turn. So finding Ghost Quarter or something would be nice, or well, I mean, if we're going to draw another land, at least it's Urza's Saga. Let's take bets, see if we think my opponent has found a way to get Primeval Titan, or a Primeval Titan itself. Let's face it, they always have it. Really going to want to draw some non-land cards would be ideal. It's got 6 cards in hand. Okay, tap land. So Dryad's now pretty scary. Did not want to find a Shadow Spear, really. I mean, we'll play it out. Opponent's probably going to make a token. So we'll play the Shadow Spear, and then we'll equip, but we won't crack our fetch. Because if my opponent makes a token and goes to block, we're going to want to be able to put another card type into the graveyard. That is if they crack the relic as well, obviously. I think this should be okay. So it's had 2 damage from the Goyf. So the opponent will relic. Ooh, Besiegue. Wasn't necessarily expecting that. Make a token. Go and grab Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I mean we're at the mercy whenever my opponent feels like top decking a Primeval Titan. Uh-oh, opponent's making the mana, that's never good. Yeah, that probably means we're dead. they're going to have enough to tighten us this turn. We know some of the cards in my opponent's hand. We know that they've got Vesuva. Yeah, they do have a Primeval Titan. Yeah, so that that's pretty unfortunate. I just hate this card so much. Yeah, they're going to give it haste. It's not quite as over as the last one, hopefully, but let's see. I don't really know what we could do to try and combat this deck. It might just be a case like the Jund of old. You're trying to avoid it. I mean, we did draw a lot of lands here. You know, the game's gone long enough that we could potentially have beaten my opponent down, but yeah, the trouble is now my opponent can go and get the Teleria West and stuff to go and get another Titan. I wonder if my opponent's playing the double strike. Double strike shenanigans. If they are, we don't quite die, but we go to 1. Bajuka Bog. Okay. So a little bit weird lands to go and get there. I guess my opponent might now just turn around and play a Dryad, which would kill us. Yeah, we'll take the 8 there. Yeah, he's got trample anyway. Okay. Yeah, we've seen enough there. Yeah, apologies for it's never the best game to get Jund versus Amulet. I don't know if anyone's got any tips on playing that or what we could potentially do. I think, you know, we kept a reasonable 6 on the play, I feel. We kept 4 lands, Thoughtseize, Tarmogoyf, and Unholy Heat. Thoughtseize their Titan. They had just a Grazer left, I think. And then I think the only other spell we drew... Actually, I don't think we drew... Oh, we drew one spell. We drew Shadow Spear. So actually, we're probably never winning that game. Which is, yeah, unfortunate. If we could have added another Tarmogoyf to the mix, or you know, a Liliana to pressure their hand, or anything like that, that would have been good. See if we can come back from an early loss. Hello to everyone that's joined. Nice to have you along. Having some fun with Jund on this Tuesday evening here in the UK. Going to be hopefully finishing off. We'll probably play this league out. Streaming on YouTube is the method of choice. May try and do some Twitch at some point. Not really sure the benefits of both. Okay, we'll keep this. This is a good hand. It'll be like this. Turn 1, we're going to go Ragavan. We could fetch a mountain here, just in case it's a burn or something. Mulligan to 6. Do I fetch a basic? I think I'm fine fetching basic mountain, especially since we got this red and 6. Pass the turn. see see what my opponent has. Breeding Pool tapped, so doesn't necessarily mean our Ragavan's going to connect. Solitude, Gut Shot. Solitude definitely more likely. Don't know what we're against yet. Stomping Ground. Okay, so this is fairly likely to be Teamer Rhinos. So I think we'll Stomping Ground. Could it be Living End? Unlikely to be Living End, I think. Tick up, get a land back, play an Elvish Reclaimer. Pass the turn. So it's Teamer something. So yeah, definitely makes us think it's going to be Crashing Footfalls, something that we're no stranger to on this channel. Okay, so a concession. So that probably means our opponent hasn't found another land. Maybe they kept a one lander, not sure. Are we going to sideboard as if it's Teamer Rhinos? I think we'll bring in Chalice. I think that's fine. And Engineered Explosives can be quite versatile as well, so we'll bring in those two. And then what we're going to take out. Liliana's fine, Grist is fine, Riveteer's Charm is probably fine. Bolt can come out, and anything else? Could do Heat. Let's get rid of a Heat. See how it goes. Yeah, definitely. Rhinos is definitely highest on my suspicions of what we're against here. Don't know if anyone's had an experience playing with Riveteer's Charm yet. I haven't quite. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually cast it yet. It's been seems to have been a bit clunky for me, but people see it. It seems that it's really good. So we're going to mulligan this. Okay, well we'll keep this, and then we'll bottom a. Could be Basic Swamp. Yeah, it's bottom Basic Swamp. And then we can go Inquisition. Yeah, we can go Inquisition, take, see if, yeah, just, it might not be Rhinos, and then we look a bit silly, but there's every opportunity for it to be, so let's see what's going on over here. It is indeed Rhinos, so let's take, I think we're just going to take the Shardless Agent. A couple of reasons. It grows the Goyf. It grows a Goyf. It pitches to Force of Negation and Force of Vigor. And it also obviously also makes more power. I think we're just going to cast this now. And then pass the turn. So the opponent does have a way to interact with our Chalice, but it is 4 mana. They've got this Otawara. Okay, Halimar Depths is something that I've been seeing more of in Rhinos. Just a way to dig a bit through your deck, I guess, because you don't often need the mana maybe in the early turns of the game. Right, so I think I'm going to do Reclaimer here. So we'll go Reclaimer. Oh yeah, that was stupid. Because my opponent it frees up my opponent to use up their Dead Gone, which is I guess they have to use it sometime, and Brennan 6 didn't actually have anything to get back, but still, probably should have just played Renin 6 and ticked up. Start putting loyalty on our Planeswalker. Okay, so land's good. It's going. Again, I don't think we're going to get the Triome. I think we'll just go and get Blood Crypt. Want to keep the Triome in our deck. Tick up Bloodstained Mire back, pass the turn. Okay, so the opponent can now bounce. Didn't really want to find another one of those. The opponent can bounce our Chalice now. Otawara. So they're going to go bounce Chalice. Yeah. So bounce Chalice, and then in their turn they'll go Violent Outburst. Make some Rhinos. Although I quite like doing it in... Oh, they got Sharvis Agent. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, that does make sense. I was going to say I'd quite like doing it in my upkeep or in response to the Chalice, because then that Fatal Push would have I would have had to play that in my turn. Okay, so 2 cards in my opponent's hand. We know one's a Violent Outburst. Okay, it's not awful. At least it can kill the Sharvis Agent. Let's fetch Overgrown Tomb. Then I'm going to do this now. Oh, we could just draw a card. 6. Yeah, I think I'm just going to draw a card actually. Yep, that paid off. Goif's currently a 5/6. So 2 cards in my opponent's hand. One's a Violent Outburst, which we have to remember can boost the power of my opponent's creatures. So Fiery Islet. If my opponent attacks here, we have to be a bit wary that they may have Fury. They could have Dead Gone again. They could have yeah. If they do attack, I think we are blocking the Rhino. Because if we don't block and then my opponent has Dead Gone, it's not the best for us anyway. Okay, they're playing this Colossal Turtle. Didn't realise they were playing that. Okay, so they're attacking Renin 6. Okay, that's another good draw. So we'll play out this. Play out the Liliana. Then am I edicting or am I just ticking up? If I edict, they just get rid of the agent. I think I'm just going to tick up. Get rid of Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, I kind of want to get my opponent out of cards. Less likely they can force a negation. Yeah, we can block the Goyf. Next turn we might edict. Opponent went to tap 4 mana there. Got 3 cards in hand. Throes of Chaos. Okay. I've seen this becoming a bit more of a thing as well. It's got retrace, which is interesting. You know, you can kind of do it again. But okay, opponent's actually conceded there. Yeah, we kind of luck out with the chalice. Lock them out of doing anything too much. And a big old Tarmogoyf sees off the attackers. Oh. So let's see what we can do next. Glad that Jund is at least somewhat good again. And yeah, prefer it now that Lurrus has gone. We can play some Liliana of the Veil, and I have seen people playing Tireless Tracker and Dark Confidant, which is obviously amazing. So yeah, do let me know in the comments or in the chat if streaming something you'd like to see a bit more of. I haven't done it too much. We've done a few in the past week or so. Yes, it's good fun. Right. Okay, we're against Selfie Sex. So I recognise this name. I think they're a big pioneer of Mardu Pyromancer when that was first a thing. Talking quite a while ago now. We're going to keep this. Penchants for playing quite grindy decks, if I remember rightly. Doesn't mean they are at the moment, but let's have a look. We're on the draw. We can, you know, Thought Season's Tarmogoyf with a couple of Unholy Heats is yeah, reasonable. Opponent kept 7. Spire Bluff Canal. Main phase consider. Okay, so immediately we're thinking Murktide Regent here. Right, so we've drawn Inquisition, so we're going to leave with that. Although, is there any chance my opponent could play a Murktide next turn if we do? Hopefully not. They do have a Murktide. I'll take the counter spell. If they fetch, I guess that was fine. If we'd have gone Thoughtseize, we'd have had to take, yeah, we would have taken the Murktide Regent. Not sure why they main phase considered. Okay, so yeah, we have to do this now. We're going to really struggle to beat a Murktide Regent. Maybe we should have Thoughtseized first, but then if we see like Murktide Regent Ragavan, opponent doesn't counterspell that. Okay, I'm just a bit surprised that my opponent doesn't counterspell that. You'd think. I don't know. I think if I was play, I guess I know the contents of my hand, but yeah, I think if I was playing, I'd definitely want to counterspell the Thoughtseize. You know, protect my Murktide Regent, which next turn they can play it as a, you know, it would have been massive, but I probably would have been the full 8. Delver of Secrets. Well, that is a turn up for the books. Okay, so we'll Unholy Heat that. Then, ooh, Inquisition. So my opponent's got counter spell. So yeah, drawing an Inquisition there is nice. I'll take the counter spell. Had a lot of discard. Okay, so there's the counter spell. Let's play a Goyf. He's a 5/6. It's still susceptible to Unholy Heat, but there's a Ragavan. Another Steam Vents. I mean, I guess we continue to Thoughtseize. Opponent bolts us. So yeah, we'll Unholy Heat this. Okay, so after the dust has settled, you know, we end up on, you know, we're both hellbent. We have a Tarmogoyf as the only thing to break the deadlock, but opponent definitely has some good draws. Ooh, Ragavan is. We also have some good draws. We'll dash that. Okay, so it connects, which is interesting. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I can't really complain. Don't know what my opponent's found. What would they not cast? If it was counterspell, they would have counterspelled the Ragavan. If it was Murktide Regent, they would have played the Murktide Regent. If it was Dressed Down, they would have Dressed Down to stop them taking damage from Goyf or Ragavan. If it was like Consider, they would have considered end of turn. Yeah, really not sure what they have in hand. Looking to fade a Murktide here, really. Okay, so one's a land. Misty. Could it be something that costs more than... Could be it a... Okay, they draw two. Okay, there's a Delver. And a Dragon's Rage Channeler, who's a 3/3. Okay, so we've got some draws that win. That's not one of them. So I think we just attack with the Goyf. Who is lethal. My opponent probably just blocks with Delver. If we dash here, maybe we should have dashed. No, dashing doesn't make any difference. This is better than Delver now. If we dash, my opponent just blocks with Dragon's Rage Channeler on the Ragavan. So yeah, see what my opponent's I don't know, they're thinking, but there's nothing for them to do, I don't think. Just wondering maybe about their blocks. I guess no, they have to block. I was going to say they could not block. If they were on one more point of life, they could not block and then like go to 1 and then hope to flip Lightning Bolt to Delver. They can't double block the Goyf. I mean, they can, but they lose both their creatures. We're going to pass here. There's no point in playing our Ragavan because notably if my opponent gains control of it. Oh, they found Murktide Regent. That's just brutal. Definitely is as well, isn't it? Paying costs. Yeah. So don't know what we can do now, really. Yeah, 8/8 flyer. I guess Riveteer's Charm wins us the game. That's close to winning us the game. So we'll dash Ragavan. I guess we can hit Bolt. Opponent has to block the Goyf. Oh, now if they were on 1 more point of life. Oh no, not obviously not. Come on, Bolt. Snow-covered island. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we were definitely the favourite to win that game. You know, draw 2 into 2 creatures and then ripping Murktide off the top is yeah, that's pretty awful. Nothing we can do. That's how it goes sometimes. So we're going to want the endurances. We're going to want probably Paducah Bog, Nile Spell Bombs. Let's get rid of Springleaf Drum, I think. Grist is great. Is there anything else in here? Colligan's Command isn't great. Collective Brutality, no. So running 24 lands now. Soul Guide and Shadow Spear are fine. Pyrites, yeah, we don't want Pyrite Spell Bomb. Riveteer's Charm's good because it can kill Murktide Regent. Ren and 6 is probably fine. Bolt is... We've got 3 cuts to make. Maybe it's a land. Maybe we just... The Dryad Arbor is quite good because it can block Ragavan and they often don't expect it. Let's cut a mountain. Ren and 6 is great on the play. Reclaim is good. Thoughtseize. I think maybe we'll trim 2 copies of... Just keep the Thoughtseizes in. Yeah, I quite like that, I think. Let's try that. I feel like we had loads of draws to win that game as well. Grist doesn't win us the game. But yeah, we had opportunities. Okay, we'll play first. And yeah, this is okay. I mean, it's, you know, we can answer a turn 1 creature. We can. Oh, it's my mistake. We can't actually cast our Ren and 6 here. Got a bit confused with the old lands. Opponent might be bringing in Blood Moon, I suppose. Now, how much do we want? I think I'm just going to fetch, shock, and kill that. Go and get red, green, I guess. Yeah, I think that's fine. If we draw a land for Ren and 6, we do immediately draw the land. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I kind of wish. Yeah, okay. I think I need to learn to sequence my lands a bit better. Although in this case, this is probably best. But we can't actually play with this. We can't play Liliana on turn 3 with a Saga, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll go Ren and 6 here. We do have to fetch shock again, which is a bit awkward. But at least this way, my opponent can't kill Ren and 6 with either. Well, they can't bolt it, they can't heat it, they can't Ragavan dash it to death. Okay, so that's a good draw. So play out our Saga. We'll tick up here. So I'm not going to go for Liliana here. You know, my opponent's just doing nothing, reeks of counterspell. I guess we couldn't have actually played any better around Blood Moon. I think there might be an incoming Blood Moon. We've got the basic Swamp. Okay, so 4 cards in the graveyard. Murktide Regent is 7 mana. So if my opponent goes untap land, well, if they want to do that, that's fine, because then we just Liliana it. So by playing this spell, if my opponent fetches, then we will. Okay, that's fine. Misty Rainforest. So yeah, we're going to spellbomb my opponent now. This could be Unholy Heat. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done this, because they're going to Unholy Heat our Renin 6. Okay, that's Okay, I think we're going to take the opportunity. Riveteer's Charm's a nice draw. We're going to take the opportunity to play Liliana. Play Liliana, start ticking up. And then we've got potentially 2 ways of dealing with Murktide Regent. Yeah, maybe we should have waited on that spell bomb until my opponent couldn't Unholy Heat the Renin 6, but so let's go basic Swamp, cast Liliana, tick up, get rid of Bloodstained Mire. Then next turn we'll prioritise fetching a basic forest. We could have fetched a basic forest there and made a token. But yeah, feel like getting Liliana down. Also, a lot of these decks are now switching away from Blood Moon and towards what's it called, Magus of the Moon. So Liliana can obviously edict to deal with that. Definitely running the modern gauntlet today. Amulet Titan, Team of Rhinos, and a Murktide. Opponent wondering what to discard. They discard an Archmage's Charm, so that definitely makes me think there's going to be a Blood Moon in our future. Could well be now. I guess we could have fetched the basic forest, but then we'd have never been able to cast the Liliana. We'd have been locked out of everything, so yeah, that's not ideal. Magus is irritating, but we can obviously just edict it. See what happens. So opponent can't. Well, they can kill the Liliana, but it would be a 2-for-1. I should think they have to bolt and then heat or double bolt. With Urza's Saga, we're going to go and get... what are we going to go and get? I think we're going to go and get a Spell Bomb again. Could be Soul Guide Lantern, given that my opponent's only got one card in their graveyard. But I think at this point we need to be drawing the card as well as popping their graveyard. Opponent in the tank here. They play a tap land. I'll probably end up making a token here, provided we get to untap with Urza's Saga, which it's looking fairly likely. Okay, Goyf. Yeah, that's nice. So let's make a token. Might Edict actually. Well, don't know. Do we think Edict or do we think plus? I think I'm going to plus actually. This is going to give my opponent potential card selection. Oh, I tapped the wrong lands as well. Notably, should have left a black source up for Spell Bomb, because I'm going to go and fetch a basic forest with this. Okay, so we make a token. I suppose we could just go and get okay, they bolt the Liliana, which is fine. So we could get Soul Guide Lantern. I think I'm just going to get... Well, I really want to fetch basic forest. Although my opponent... I don't really know here. Maybe we just play the Goyf. That might mean that they're setting up for a Murktide Regent. I'm going to get Lantern. I think we're just going to pop it. Tick up. Bloodstained Mire. Go and get a basic forest and play a Goyf. Pass the turn, and then in my opponent's draw step, I'm just going to get rid of each opponent's graveyard. It just makes it more likely that my opponent can cast their Murktide Regent. I'm going to discard Boseiju here. I suppose this can get back 3 cards, return a creature or Planeswalker card. So we could return Renin 6. We could probably think about cutting Boseiju in these matchups. Pretty interesting game. Don't know who's favoured here. Okay, opponent has Spell Pierce. Maybe I meant to just play this and then Riveteer's Charm. Riveteer's Charm can exile graveyards as well, which is interesting. Am I ever going to use this? Maybe it's better to just play a land. No, actually I think I'm going to use this at that end of turn, and then we can get Renin 6 back. Could be good. Okay, so let's do that. Get Ren and 6 back. Yeah, we'll play Ren and 6 first. Getting that Takanuma back is pretty good as well. Probably should have ticked up first. Okay, opponent has counterspell, which is fine. Oh, I guess that's a bit frustrating because we now can't play the Riveteer's Charm. I think I'm just going to tick up though. Get the last card out of my opponent's hand. So it is a Murktide Regent. This Goif's a 7/8. I probably should have attacked the Construct there. See, yeah, so we could have Edicted, then my opponent can play the Murktide. But we've got this Riveteer's Charm, having them top decking is much better, obviously. Well, I probably shouldn't say it, the curse of the commentator, but don't think there's anything my opponent can do to get out of this now. Okay, they don't block, that's fine. I guess, well, yeah, I guess they're looking for Murktide Regent. Okay. Hi Andrew, nice to have you along. You might be hearing this a little bit after you asked the question. I think there's a little bit of a lag on the me from what I say, from the what I say to it coming out through YouTube. This is actually a deck list by a chap called Benedict Gruber, who I follow on Twitter. Does a lot of work on Jund. Yeah, I'm playing Charm and Saga. It's I haven't actually been that high on Riveteer's Charm. I've not actually cast it yet. Admittedly, I haven't played too many leagues with Jund. It can make your mana base a bit shaky. We are only running 3 years as Saga, and yeah, there definitely have been situations where you've had 2 Shocklands and a Saga, and you'd quite like to cast your Riveteer's Charm. But a lot of people are really high on this Riveteer's Charm. I haven't seen it at its full potential yet. I'm hoping to find it in this league. Something, I'd consider changing them maybe for a couple of Seasoned Pyromancers or something, especially since we're running Grist, who's really overperformed. But yeah, so yeah, to answer your question, I haven't found it quite as good as a lot of people have been saying quite yet, and yeah, there definitely have been issues with the mana base. But we are running a new kind of tech or new to me is we're running Soul Guide. No, sorry, not Soul Guide Lantern. Not in this matchup. We're running Springleaf Drum and Dryad Arbor. So that can help ease out the mana a little bit. The Springleaf Drum is fetchable from Saga, and then you can kind of tap a Construct or a Dryad Arbor or something, a Grist token to make the colours that you need. Okay, well, let's see what we can do here. We're on the draw. Endurance tends to be key in this matchup. Yeah, Spyro seems really good. I think one of the better cards that Jund potentially has access to. And yes, especially making the tokens and then being able to sacrifice them with to kill something with Grist is it's really nice. But yeah, I think there's a lot of flexibility in Jund at the moment. A lot of different things. The list that I originally took inspiration from actually had a, what's it called, the new Rakdos Planeswalker Obnix in, but the creator said that it hadn't really performed for them. I'm going to keep this Thought Season to Renin 6 with a bolt for a Ragavan as well. Yeah, I think it's felt pretty good actually. I've been cutting the Springleaf Drum quite a bit, but I'm not sure I'm using it correctly just yet. It might be a lot better than I'm giving it credit for. But yeah, it's felt pretty good. I'm liking the Nihil spell bombs. I think a lot of the, that we're running quite a lot of graveyard hate, which is probably a concession to just Living End is just everywhere, as well as it being really good against this deck. Main deck Pyrite Spellbomb, I'm not too sure about. Yeah, I could definitely see that becoming something else. I think Shadow Spear is obviously stock. It's really good. I'm all about a 7/8 Tarmogoyf wielding a Shadow Spear. But yeah, there's a lot of different things. Some people I've seen have been thinking about that Luxor, the new thing that can equip Planeswalkers, turning your Renin 6 into beat sticks, but haven't played around with that yet. Wonder if my opponent's double queuing potentially. Quite like this hand. It would have, yeah. This is the kind of hand that's really good on the play. Thought Seize and then playing Renin 6 to kill potentially their Dragon's Race Channeler or Ragavan, or if my opponent leads on a creature, I think I'm just going to bolt it. Quite painful mana base. Okay, there's a Dragon's Race Channeler. I think I'm meant to bolt here. Maybe I'm meant to Thought Seize. No worries, Andrew. Nice to have good questions, and they're definitely things to make me think. Always good to be thinking about these things. And yeah, like I say, there's definitely a lot to unpack when we're playing Jund. A lot of different options at the moment. So opponent Baurbling us. I think I'm probably meant to bolt here. My opponent's already got 2 card types, so finding it's unlikely that we're able to kill this with Renin 6. So yeah, I think we're just going to go for the bolt and then not let my opponent get any more value. They put a Murktide Regent into the graveyard, so yeah, we're going to want to go fetch Blood Crypt. It depends a little bit what we draw. Okay, so that can fetch basics. Do I just want to fetch? I think I'm going to fetch Blood Crypt, because then next turn we can go Thought Seize if we have to. Yeah, the other reason that we want to kind of bolt there is just we just don't want to get tempoed out. If we go for the bolt next turn and my opponent's spell pierces, then we're in a world of trouble. Especially if they hit Delirium off it, it would be an instant. It wouldn't be too far-fetched for them to hit Delirium there. Opponent definitely got something else going on, taking a bit of time. I wonder if the opponent's looking for lands. No, they found land. Could be a dashed Ragavan, I suppose. Can main phase consider? Okay. So I think we're going to Thoughtseize here. Okay, Goif's a nice draw. Yeah, we'll Thoughtseize. Because you want to... Yeah, okay, so we'll take that Blood Moon. Yeah, that's what we wanted to to stop. Opponent hasn't got a land. I guess we're going to fetch a basic now and Thoughtseize again. You know, we'll take an iteration. My opponent has them in spades, but can't really do much about that. They're going to get to resolve an iteration here. They don't have Murktide yet. We could do withdrawing, like Nihil Spellbomb would be really good. I suppose Liliana would be good. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler, that's going to have Delirium. We are at 12, which is a bit worrying. Okay, Elvish Reclaimer. So I think play a land. I think we're just going to go Thoughtseize, play Goif. I think it's just Thoughtseize, Goif. Yeah, definitely Thoughtseize. There's a Murktide Regent. Yeah, having to Fetch Shock is a bit rough. But Goif's a 6/7. Opponent's is that all of their expressive iterations? That's yeah, pretty dire. So opponent attacks us to 6, we attack them to 10, they put us to 3. Yeah, we've had to take a lot of damage from our... we've cast Thoughtseize 3 times, so... yeah, just an unfortunate fact of life for Jund, where you have to take quite a lot of damage from your lands. Opponents put 1 card on top from iteration. It's not looking good for the home team here. We've got Fatal... Okay, another Dragon's Rage Channeler on top. So that wins next turn. So we really need a removal spell now to not just die. Come on. Riveteer's Charm would be okay. Actually, yeah, that would be quite good because it exiles my opponent's graveyard. Nihil Spellbomb's a really good draw. Soul Guide, Lantern. Opponent's got 6 card types in their graveyard. So yeah, we've got some great draws. Shadow Spear also does it. I mean, my opponent will also have some good draws. They can just find Bolt. Yeah, I feel like we've got a little bit unlucky that game 1 losing to the top deck Murktide Regent, and oh, it is Soul Guide Lantern. Am I meant to attack first? I think, yeah, we have to attack. I suppose we could Soul Guide and then kill one with Ren and 6, actually. Let's play the Reclaimer. Actually, we can play the Reclaimer and then we can kill both with blocks. Get rid of an iteration. Although, am I meant to do this? Am I meant to just do this now? No, I don't think so. I think I'm meant to let them attack. Because doing it now stops a Murktide Regent. But, yeah, doing it now stops a Murktide Regent. But then my opponent could just go like iteration, fetch land, bolt and stuff. Okay, so we'll let them attack. Oh, I attacked, didn't I? Okay, so yeah, I forgot that we couldn't eat both. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with Goyf. Okay, so opponent could have like a bolt here, I suppose. No, they would have used a heat, I guess. Dress down. Okay. That's an interesting one. Opponent might kill the Goyf, I guess. Okay. You go to 5. Dress down goes. Okay, so now we're going to Wrenn and 6 kill this. Or we could go... No, we're definitely doing this. Yeah, it's Wrenn and 6. Because then even if my opponent, you know, makes them delirious, it's still not lethal. Obviously they might have bolt, in which case it probably is lethal. They've got the other iteration as well. Come on, don't have it. Need some need to use our one time here. So they've got a delirious Dragon's Rage Channeler. I guess they could have Dress Down. Oh, come on. Come off it. That's just so... Oh, that just sucks. So close. I feel like we were... I mean, we got lucky with the Soul Guide Lantern, but we played to our outs, I think. Ugh. Drawing Liliana. Yeah, so we win the game next turn. 1 point of health off. Yeah, I think we played fine. I feel like the matchup's probably fine. It's just, yeah, don't know, just a bit rough to. I guess we. Yeah, I guess if we'd have had another green source, holding up endurance would have been better than playing Wrenn and 6 there. Although the opponent could have just countered, but yeah, I think we got pretty unlucky there. Very close game. Got unlucky in the first round, in the first match again as well. Okay, we're going to mulligan this, no lands, and this is much better. So we'll keep this. Pirate Spellbomb is our only removal. I think we'll just get rid of the Triome. Urza's mine. Okay, so we're going to want to lead with Ragavan here. Soul Guide Lantern, not really what we want to draw. Let's go Blood Crypt. Van. Pass the turn. Okay, so opponent is going to have Tron, but we're going to get to hopefully get 2 cards out. Or we could cast Liliana, but don't think we want to do that. Attack. See what my opponent. Okay, so Urza's Power Plant. Good to know. Thoughtseize. Okay, so the opponent's not going to be able to make green mana. So let's take the Karn. I suppose they could go and fetch a forest with this. I think we're going to give them a turn. I don't think I'm going to Thoughtseize now. I think I'm just going to play the Spell Bomb. Maybe the opponent goes and gets a forest, but I doubt it. Oh, they do go and get a forest. Okay, but that means that we can then Thoughtseize. Although they then have to use their Sylvan Scrying. Okay, so now we can. Maybe we should have used the Thoughtseize. Okay, so they got a map as well. So we know their hand is that. Okay, Reclaim is good. Ballista. We could cast it for 0, but it's not really adding anything. I suppose it's putting a creature in the graveyard for Goyf. So, yeah, we'll cast that for 0. And it stops it being exiled for Karn. We'll go Liliana. Tick up. Get rid of this Soul Guide Lantern. Thoughtseize my opponent. Take the Ancient Stirrings. Pass the turn. They do have Tron. You know, at any point they could just top deck Ugin. So I suppose we can play both actually. Okay, Relic of Progenitus. I mean, it draws a card. Yeah, we'll play it. I think we're just playing everything out. Tick up Liliana. And yeah, pass the turn. Ah. Okay, opponent goes against Blast Zone. So yeah, did forget that was a thing. Yes, that's an issue actually. We do have this Liliana. Well, Goyf's a good draw as well. Hopefully Goyf will bail us out. So we've got a Liliana on 6 and a 5/6 Tarmogoyf. But my opponent can always draw something big. Okay, they don't. So can we split this so my opponent can't get Tron? I think so. So I think I'm just going to ultimate here. So there's a mine in the graveyard already and a power plant exiled. So yeah. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. Just gonna use the loo. Right, see the opponent has, they haven't floated any mana, so we need to break up Tron here, so we're going to give them this, or that, I think. Is that right? Could be, we can't give them. So the towers definitely have to be separate from these. Yeah, that has to be it. We could give them the forest as well. I think that's fine. Okay. So there's Thoughtseize in the graveyard already. Okay, so we're attacking him for 5. Okay, so yeah, we'll Thoughtseize now. Play this Renin 6 first to cut. Get this Bloodstained Mire. Play the Bloodstained Mire. Okay, so we get there against Tron, which is our natural enemy. Those that have been playing for a while will remember the long feud between Jund and Tron. So we definitely want Ghost Quarter and Boseiju. Probably Force of Vigor. Collective Brutality is okay on the play, but not on the draw. Push is bad. We can consider Bolt. I think I'm going to cut the charms here. Kolaghan's Command is good actually. Pyrite Spellbomb doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, the Soul Guide. Yeah, Soul Guide doesn't do anything. Sacrifices a creature or Planeswalker. Okay, so maybe that can actually deal with Ulamog as well. I mean, if they've cast an Ulamog, we're probably losing already, but Shadow Spear, Springleaf Drum. Just cut the bolt. Let's try that. See how we get on. Thanks everyone for joining. It's been a good stream so far. Got this and one more match to go. If you joined halfway through, you can find the replay on YouTube. I edit the normal videos on YouTube. I edit so that you know there's less dead air, but there'll be a little bit more of that on the replay. So just have to might have to make judicious use of the fast forward button. We're going to mulligan this. It's super close if we find a land off the top for this Boseiju Renin 6 combo, but yeah, this is really good. We'll bottom a Saga here. So we've got Bloodstained Mire, So we'll play the Ragavan first. Chromatic Star, sure. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should. I've got the Ghost Quarter though, so I feel like playing Ragavan is the way to go. Yeah. Then we can Ghost Quarter them off Tron potentially. You know, we could have thought seized to take away the Ancient Stirrings. They take a mat. Oh, so they don't actually have. Okay, so we could play Grist here, but I don't think that's what we want to be doing. Okay, Ugin would quite like to cast that, but probably not very likely. Pithing Needle, Karma Grit Creator. So I think we're just taking the ways for them to get Tron. So we'll take Sylvan Scrying. Then I think we're going to play Urza Saga as like bait for them to Nature's Claim. Then we'll Thoughtseize. Take Khan, the Great Creator. Got 3 cards in hand. I wouldn't be surprised to see them Nature's Claim here. Although I guess they need to. Okay, that's fine. Pithing Needle. Could be red and 6. Let's see. Yeah, red and 6. That makes sense. If we find a land, we could Grist this turn. In fact, we probably do. Oh, we can actually Liliana. My opponents use their Pithing Needle, so as mine. Yeah, that's a nice one to get off the top. Play this Ghost Quarter. Yeah, we were a bit afraid of my opponent Pithing Needling our Ghost Quarter. Okay, another Nature's Claim. So opponent's got Wormcoil Engine in hand. Ancient Stirrings. Find Sanctum of Ugin. Okay, opponent concedes. So we beat the Tron Menace. Happy days. Always good to beat Tron, especially with Jund. Yeah, happy with how that performed. I mean, Ragavan is just, you know, I think I definitely heard someone say that, you know, Jund definitely has more game against Tron these days. When you're able to, you know, you're able to ramp a little bit with Ragavan plus getting in for the damage. You know, we've got quite a lot of disruptive tools against them. So, yeah, we're not running any massive the anti-Tron things. You know, we've got the Ghost Quarter in the sideboard, but we didn't end up using it there. But yeah, happy with that. Let's move on to the last round of the league and the last round of the stream for today. Well, for those of you just joining, we have, what have we done? So we lost to Amulet Titan. What did we beat? We beat Team of Rhinos. We lost to Murktide in a couple of very close games, very good games, very close. I feel like we got a little bit unlucky there, and then we've just beaten Tron. So yeah, we've pretty much run the modern gauntlet today. Definitely the top decks, and I feel like we've had game against everything except Amulet Titan, which was very, very difficult. You can win, but yeah, I think it's very, very difficult. So yeah, happy with how it's gone. Hopefully we'll get a we'll get another win for a 3-2. Just give me on the play Thoughtseize Run and 6 Liliana, or the other classic Jund starts would be good. find our opponent this time. No, okay. But yeah, let's see how we get on in this last one. Been live for an hour and what's that? Hour 46. So yeah, I think that's about right for a league. When I play the elementals and 4-color lists, they usually take a long time. You know, the YouTube videos are often well over 2.5 hours, and that's with you know, cutting out the bits in between. So yeah, nice to be getting a few quicker ones. Definitely a contender for an upcoming tournament, this. I've seen a couple of different builds, and yeah, we're just having a decent conversation, myself and Andrew, in the chat about different builds of it. Let's see if we can join the match. Okay, so we're on the plate. Good start. And it is Inquisition into Tarmogoyf, so yeah, we will keep that. Been rereading some of the old strategy articles, which I can highly recommend. Things like Thoughtseize You, stuff like that. So if you're bored, just Google MTG strategy, and a lot of threads come up of linking to them. Just shows how much there is to think about in these games. Right, do we lead on Basic Swamp? I don't think so. Basic Swamp is pretty rough if we then draw Wrenn and 6. So gonna get Blood Crypt. We can fetch Basic Forest after that. So we're gonna have to fetch Shock at some point, I think. Okay, so it's Burn. We can't kill a Goblin Guide at the moment. Is Searing Blaze going to be enough to kill our Goyf? So it's a 1/2. This will make it. Yeah, we'll take the Guide, I think. So yeah, didn't really want to see Burn there. Yeah, maybe we meant to go and fetch Overgrown Tomb. Okay, opponent finds another creature. Goyf tends to be pretty good here. Grab a forest. Play our Goyf. He's a 3/4. Suspended Riftbolt. So they didn't play their land. Oh, I guess they're saving it for Searing Blaze. So, I guess we can play this. We don't want to play the Elvish Reclaimer yet until we can. Although getting Urza's Saga down is very nice. I think Urza's Saga. Oh, and then we can cycle the Proving Ground as well. Yeah, okay, that's the play, I think. Because. Yeah, because that puts. Do we want to attack? Don't think so. I think we just need to take as little damage as we can. Yeah, we want to take as little damage as we can until we can just get to a Shadow Spear, hopefully. Yeah, cycling this Proving Ground as well will yeah, it'll allow us to play out the Reclaimer as a what's that? It'll be a 3/4, so it can't be Searing Blazed. Okay, so yeah, happy to block here. Well, maybe I should have played this to... Yeah, maybe it should have been Riveteer's Charm here. Because then we would have got to keep the Goyf. I guess we've got this Takanuma if we need to get it back. Let's cycle. Okay, Springleaf Drum. Another Goyf would be welcome. Okay, so we're going to play the land. Play this. We can actually play the Springleaf Drum. Oh, I should have played it with this because then we could have actually held up Riveteer's Charm. Yeah, that was stupid actually. All kinds of wrong in this match. Although I guess we're currently holding up the... Okay, they bolt us. So let's make a token. Then we'll go and get Shadow Spear. I guess our opponent could have Skull Crack. Make a token. No, I'm not gonna. Go grab Shadow Spear. Equip Shadow Spear to Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, I think we'll attack with both. Hope my opponent doesn't have Skull. Okay, we get there. So good to get. Shadow Spear is just so good. Yeah, so that was always the plan. Get to the point where we can attack with a Shadow Spear. A few misplays along the way, but we do end up getting there. I think we've got a bit of sideboard against Tron. Sorry, against Burn. So we'll bring in these Collective Brutalities. Actually, that's it. We can get rid of all these Thoughtseize. Call against commands. Okay. Endurance is okay. I guess we'll bring in EE as a kind of flash blocker. That is 60. The Springleaf Drum was actually alright there. Push is good, Bolt's good, all this stuff's fine. Soul Guide Lantern doesn't actually do anything. Let's bring in Endurance instead. Brennan 6 isn't amazing either. Grist doesn't gain us life, does it? No. Spell Bomb. We don't want any of these lands. I guess we could bring in Blast Zone to kill my opponent's creatures. Don't mind that. But what at the expense of what? Maybe a Renin 6. Renin 6 is just, yeah, it tends to just be too slow. I might cut another Renin 6 for an Endurance actually. Let's go with that. So yeah, cards we're looking for here: Goyf, Saga, Shadow Spear. Ragavan can be really good. Ragavan might. So if you're attacking your burn opponent with a Ragavan, if they don't have Searing Blaze, they often will point a burn spell at it, like a bolt or whatever, just because, you know, it ramps you, it gets you towards your late game. And if you hit Lightning Helix, it can just be game over. Okay, we're going to keep this. It's not the best, but you know, it's got removal for a turn 1. It's got lots of removal spells. Opponent's kept 7, which is a bit spooky. Okay, so there's a guide. Hopefully it finds us a land. It does find us a land. Oh, swamp as well. Okay, so yeah, we can just play the swamp. That means we can't cast the Renin 6. Oh, and I do have to discard. Let's discard this Boseiju, I think. Yeah, Renin 6 isn't isn't amazing. Try and take no damage from Goblin Guide here. Let the trigger happen. Inquisition. So that's a nice draw. Opponent could play Eidolon here. Oh, so that's not doing anything. Okay, so we know there's an Inquisition on top. So an Inquisition. See what they've got. Boros Charm, maybe? Okay, there's Boros Charm. Smash to smithereens. Destroy target artifact. Oh, okay, so they we do have, I guess, the Shadow Spear, but we're going to take Boros Charm because this can't actually do anything at the moment. And then I think here we're going to take some damage and cast this Ragavan. You know, given my opponent's hand. Ooh, I guess. Does that work how they want it to with the treasure tokens? Maybe. Ooh, Goyf's a nice draw as well. Come on, Lightning Helix. You love to see it. You love to see it. Sorry, Maui. Exclamation point deck doesn't work with this, I don't think. It's I think that's a Twitch command. I don't know that it works with YouTube, but I'll definitely look into it. This is the last match in the league, and then I'll update the description with a link to the deck. It's actually made by a person on Twitter that I follow called Benedict Gruber. They're quite a big advocate of Jund, and they've done quite a lot of work on it. Yeah, really they're kind of baby, if you like. So yeah, that was just insane. That just like I was saying, finding the Lightning Helix makes short work of burn there. So we do get the 3/2. Yeah, pretty happy with the deck actually. Let's I wonder if we can open this from here. Might open a chest for the sake of it. So yeah, it was good, Maui. Thanks for joining. I'll let you know. Oh well, here's the list, and I'll also update the description. We went 3-2. We lost to Amulet Titan, which felt pretty impossible, and then we lost to Murktide, which actually felt fine. It just really came down to my opponent top decking well, and I think we got a little bit unlucky, maybe made a few errors, but definitely a winnable match. But yeah, the league's always fun with Jund. I love it. Like I think this list is really good. I've actually been very, very impressed by Gris in the leagues I've played. I think Gris has been really good. Especially, yeah, with Dryad Arbor's really helped with that as well. I haven't been impressed yet with Riveteer's Charm. I know it's the new kind of hotness, but yeah, just not sure about it. Whenever I've gone to cast it, it's just been, there's always been something else that I want to do more. So whether it's making a Saga token or, you know, it's just always been a little bit. It's been a good safety valve sometimes against things like Murktide Regent, but just, yeah, I don't know. I'd quite like to experiment playing around with Seasoned Pyromancer in that slot. Maybe move a Riveteer's Charm or two to the sideboard. But yeah, let's might as well just open a chest. Our hard-earned chests, see what we get. I think that's a bit of a bust. But yeah, so okay. Yeah. Oh right, yeah. Good to see you've kind of come to the same conclusion. I actually have to. I need to order a Dryad Arbor and a couple of Grist. I haven't got any of them, and I haven't actually picked up the new bits from New Capenna. New Capenna bits yet, the Riveteer's Charm and the Proving Ground. I think I've got everything else in paper at the moment. Just a bit expensive. 3 mana in Jund colours when you're also trying to play around with there as a Saga is difficult. But yeah, flexible is the charms of that's always been kind of a draw to them, but they are quite inefficient for what you get. It's the second mode that's the really new one, where it's essentially draw 3 cards in Jund is can be really good. And I guess I haven't played against yet any of the like a mirror match or the 4 colour lists where Riveteer's Charm is probably going to shine. But yeah, anyway, that concludes our stream for today. Thanks everyone for joining. That's been really good to engage with some of you. Thanks for all the comments and stuff. Do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be trying to live stream more. Actually, it's been really quite enjoyable. So I'll try and put a schedule up and sort out. I don't know if people prefer Twitch or YouTube. Do let me know. Do let me know what you thought of that and such. But yeah, happy with the list, happy with the stream. So I'll catch you all again next time.